October 2nd, 2006, I read the headline across CNN. Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire. They kept showing these images over and over again. It was a bird's eye view. Amish families gathering in green fields, clusters of men and women, white ambulances with red lights around the white schoolhouse. Tiny rectangles of bodies covered in sheets. Then the details began to emerge. This just in. He only shot the girls. He was the local milkman. At least 3 dead. Then the images. A bird's eye, Amish families, white, red, white. Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire. Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire. This just in. He intended to molest them. He only shot the girls. Death toll, now 6. Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire. Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire. This just in. The Amish request that the medical condition of the remaining girls be withheld. They extend forgiveness to the gunman. They extend condolences to the gunman's family. Bird's eye, Amish families, white, red, white. I thought, what kind of sicko could do this? In the last 10 years alone, there have been 208 school shootings around the U.S. We hear the terrible stories all the time nowadays, but what happens when it directly affects you? What happens when it occurs to the most domestic and isolated community in the United States? They say that God's faith is powerful, but how far does it really go? This particular shooting is one that shocked the entire nation and invoked a reaction the world never would have expected. Watch this story unfold in The Amish Project by Jessica Dickey.
Sir, please shoot me first. Please shoot me second.
I was in the store this morning trying to find a moisturizer with an SPF or whatever. No one ever tells you that even when you're mourning, you still worry about wrinkles. So I'm reading the labels and I think just like that. Just because it's written on a label doesn't make it true. And I'm suddenly aware of the thousands of promises all around me. You can swear in front of everyone that you have ever known that this person before you is the one. Right there, Cheap Talk's white dress swear. Doesn't make it true. TV sucks. I mean, it really sucks. The news is the worst. Something bad happens, and you can see them frothing at the mouth. This just in, widow of crazed schoolhouse gunman buys a lotion with an SPF. Now, Carol Stepke, why did you choose a lotion with an SPF? Okay. Well, Craig, I realized maybe if I'd taken better care of my skin and prevented wrinkles, then maybe my husband would have tried to molest little Amish girls. Eddie and I met at a church gathering, if you can believe that. We were both there with other people. I guess we sort of knew each other, the way everyone knows each other in a small town, but we never talked. Anyway, at some point, Eddie and I just sat and talked, and something just clicked. He wrote, "Dear Carol, I'm sorry I won't get to see the boys grow up. You're a good mother, and I know it'll be hard now. I hope you can forgive me for that. And tell the boys that I love them. Tell them I wasn't all that bad." He never did write that well.
I'll tell you right now, I ain't gonna say why. You don't get that. 'Cause I'm more than that, you know? I'm more than the why. I used to watch them while I did my rounds, in the fields or crossing the road. They sort of scatter as you come near, but once in a while, if you wave, one of them will wave back.
He came into the school while Miss Emma was preparing for a spelling exercise. He asks if we've seen something he lost along the road. We say we haven't seen anything. He doesn't look anybody in the eye. When he comes back, he has a gun. He makes the boys and Miss Emma leave. He tells the girls to line up against the chalkboard. He ties our wrists and our feet with plastic ties. And as he's tying mine, I can smell him. And I can tell how hard he's breathing. The police start to pull up around the school. Everything is getting louder and louder. I try to pray to God, but my heart is racing and the air feels like wool. He keeps looking at me. He keeps yelling at the police, looking back at me. The police scream at him and he screams back.
I wanted to have the girls. I wanted to have
the girls. But I didn't get to have the girls. So, I shot him.
Sir, please shoot me first. Please shoot me second.
So I shot him in the head. And then I shot myself. Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire. I got back from the store today and the Amish were here. There were about 5 of them. Maybe there were more than 5. It's hard to recall exactly. He's the only one I really remember. I asked him how his little girls were, and he looked at me and he said, "We must trust in God now." Is that right? Trust in God. But you know the truth is that all of us, the world, are just a few bad days away from sicko. And if your God was so great, then where was he? Where was your God when my husband took 3 guns, KY jelly, and plastic ties and drove over to Stoltz Road? Man enters Amish schoolhouse and opens fire.